All right, welcome back. We got our Google Q2 earnings update, and this company's crushing it. Revenue up to 96.5 billion for one quarter. That's up 14% year over year. Google search that everyone said is dead is up 12% year over year with a $54 billion quarter. YouTube is almost at 10 billion a quarter. That's up 13%. You've got Google Ads up to 7.5 billion. Google Play up to 11 billion. That's crazy. I didn't realize they make 11 billion on Google Play. And Google Cloud is up to almost 14 billion a quarter, and that is up 32% year over year. Again, their fastest growing segment of the business. And this is a total net profit of $28 billion in one quarter. They did announce that they're going to increase their capital expenditure, 85 billion in 2025. They are going to be spending that for AI infrastructure like everybody else. So that is a 70% year over year increase in server and data center investment. The cloud backlog hit 106 billion. I don't even know what that means. But it looks good. It's up 38% year over year. Their demand is outpacing capacity, and new infrastructure won't go live until 2026. YouTube and search still growing. Shorts are 200 billion daily views. That's crazy. YouTube is 13% of US TV time, minus YouTube TV. That's crazy. When I think about it, all I watch is YouTube and YouTube TV. I don't watch anything else. Maybe Netflix. That's about it. YouTube Premium and Google One have 270 million paid subscriptions. And the AI overview, 2 billion plus monthly users driving 10% more searches. That's pretty good. So they're finding ways to use AI to revitalize their search business. And this graphic here is showing the US TV time market share versus Netflix. So they are outpacing the competition here when it comes to growth. YouTube is growing 13% while Netflix is growing at 8%. So the cloud reacceleration up 32% year over year. So again, we've talked about the Google Cloud. They are the third largest player in this space, but they are the fastest growing in this space. Law of large numbers, it's harder to grow when you get to a certain size. So when you're Microsoft and Amazon, it's hard to grow at the same rate that Google's growing. But Google is doing a great job trying to close the gap on those large companies there. So revenue and operating income looking very strong here, and just a phenomenal steady eddy chart here. And cloud revenue, we're seeing it again. Its growth rate has gone down from these astronomical numbers here, but it's still doing very well, growing at 32%. So great job for the cloud when it comes to Google. So regulatory storm incoming. There's always some regulatory news with Google. We'll have to wait and see how this actually plays out, but you've got all these up in the air. We will save that for another day when it actually is announced what the verdict will be. So AI is everywhere, but so are the risks. So the Gemini app has 450 million monthly active users, not counting search or workspace. Gemini 2.5 leads most major benchmarks. I've heard Gemini is a really good model. I just don't use it. I'm stuck in the OpenAI ecosystem. I tried Gemini. I find that I already have existing tabs and everything with ChatGPT. So I'm stuck with ChatGPT for now until I really feel like moving over and trying something else. But I'm not that adventurous just yet. So they're doing well here. They launched Workspace with AI features live across Gmail, Docs, and Google Meet. I really haven't looked to see what's going on with Gmail. I don't use Google Docs that much, but I have seen some of the AI features in there. I didn't like it. It didn't help me at all, but I'm not very smart when it comes to these spreadsheet software interfaces as it is. So maybe someone that knows what they're doing can use some of the AI tools there. Waymo expanding, now live in Atlanta, Phoenix, San Francisco, and LA. Paid trips are up 5 times year over year, over 100 million miles driven autonomously. And Waymo reportedly surpassed Lyft in Q2 rideshare market share. That's in San Francisco. So In San Francisco, Waymo is outriding Lyft, which is pretty unbelievable. So the competitive landscape, AI agents are heating up. You've got OpenAI, Perplexity, Sidekick. All these companies are coming out with their AI agents, and the new ChatGPT agent is full task automation. I did see that launch today. So we'll see how effective these guys are. And I could see Google having a great use case for an agent. I have on my phone the if I say it, it's going to open up right now. But I have the Google Assistant on my phone, and it works pretty well. So I don't have an iPhone, but it does what Siri should be able to do. So we'll see how these AI agents continue to progress. So some quotes from the earnings call. I haven't listened to the call yet, but we will read these quotes here together. From TPUs to models to products, we're building the full stack. On search, AI overviews are increasingly query volume, not replacing it. So again, the fear was that AI would replace search, which to me, a lot of sense it does. But if I'm looking to book a hotel, I still am going to Google. But if I have a question on who was the president in 1981, I don't need to go to Google search for that. I will go to AI for that. But if I need to go buy a president from 1981 t-shirt, I can't do that on a language model. I have to go to Google for that. YouTube, 13% of TV time. We talked about that. Waymo, we talked about that. So coming up next year for Google, we're really just seeing this business continuing to grow, which they do every quarter. And their three major parts of their business are just very dominant. Not monopolies, but they are very competent and they are very sticky. I'm not leaving the Google ecosystem anytime soon. YouTube TV, Gmail, I'm sticking around. So the big question is going to be, how do they finish in the AI race? And that'll be to be determined for everybody. But they do have good products. It's just, can they get people to transition over like myself? I'm already in the Google ecosystem, but I don't use their AI. What will it take to get me over to their AI and use Gemini? We'll wait and see. Last, let's take a look at their chart. Google's had a very nice recovery from the tariff low. We are still below our all-time high here of 218. So we'll see if we can bust through this 218 level. Last time we were at this all-time high, their revenue was around 96 billion. We're back to that 96 billion. They did guide for almost 100 billion in revenue for next quarter. So if they can hit that number, I don't see why we wouldn't be over the 211 mark for Google and pushing into price discovery, maybe 220 and above. So phenomenal business, just executing all over the board here. And we'll just have to wait and see how they shake out their new AI products. So great job for Google, great quarter, the best earnings I've seen so far. Next week we got Meta, we've got Microsoft, we've got Amazon. So those will be very interesting as well. But based on what Google had to say, I expect those companies to also announce great earnings. So I will let you guys know how that ends up. But have a great rest of your weekend. Peace out.